Alright guys, what's up? I'm here with Fairy Tale Chapter 364 review. Now, I gotta say, I love chapters like this. This is where Hiromashima excels at. The suspense and the build-up is so phenomenal. It's awesome. But then usually it puts me on edge because chapters like this usually get followed up with a crappy fight scene. But I'm not really going to get into that. I'm just going to get in with this chapter review. So, yeah, basically 80% of this chapter was with Erza and Mirajane. The rest was with Elfman, Lisana, Sayla, and Oracion Seis. That's awesome. So, yeah, Erza and Mirajane, they arrive at the ex-councellor's house. His name is Crawford Seam. They start talking to him. They're having tea, the usual thing. So Erza and Mirajane, they start asking him questions, and they're asking him, where is Face, the forbidden weapon that can wipe out an entire continent's magic? They ask him where it's at, and he doesn't know himself. Even though he's a member, he doesn't know. And he pretty much says that everybody else doesn't know either. And so, with that, he says that the councillors, who are the links, they don't know where it's at either, because they themselves do not know that they are the links as well. And so that could really put what's the word I'm looking for? It could really hold back their plans, because if none of them know who the link themselves are, then they would have to try and protect every single ex-councellor that there is. And that's not really possible with just Fairy Tail and a few other guilds. They would have to need the cooperation from a lot of people. And it's just kind of mind-blowing when that was being said. So anyway, Mirajane, they come up with the assumption that Traitors probably really did slaughter the ex-councillors, blah blah blah. And so with that, it seems like some subordinates of Traitors starts coming in, about around 20 or 40 people, and they're really all fodder. Erza and Mirajane slaughtered them off easily. And I mean, there was some epic, awesome one-shot panels in this. Erza going in Blackwing armor mode, Mirajane going into her demon soul form. It was just completely awesome. So where do we get off with that? Oh yeah. Crawford Seam, the ex-councellor, he put some type of poison in their tea. And after Erza and Mirajane finish taking care of the fodder, they're passed out. And Crawford is talking onto the communication lacrima with Kyoka, one of Tartarus's members. And he's saying, yeah, I got them. They're unconscious. What now? And then Kyoka says, as expected of an ex-councillor, come back to headquarters. So I'm thinking, what the fuck? Is this guy really with Tartarus? Is he a member of Tartarus, or is he just a subordinate? Because if so, then that's a shame that the Magic Council can be so easily infiltrated like that. Because I mean, if he's a subordinate, then that would be pretty excusable. But if he's a direct member of Tartarus, then it's just a shame, to be honest. So, with that, going back to Elfman and Lisana and Sayla. I love Sayla. She's hot. she looks like she's something to be taken very seriously. Besides from Tempesta and Jackal. Screw those guys. It's all about Sayla. So anyway, Sayla, we really don't know what her curse is, but she's having Elfman strangle Lisana. He's sweating. He's about to cry. He's trying to He's basically just trying to stop himself from doing it, because he already thought that Lysana died once, and he couldn't really forgive himself for that, which is why he made himself stronger and was actually able to accomplish and perfect his beast soul form, the one that he failed at before and accidentally killed Lysana with. He was able to master it because he didn't want something like that to happen again. So with that, he's in a pinch, and he says to Sayla, "I beg of you, please stop this. I don't want to do this." And Sayla gets this look in her eyes that I really love. I can't explain it, but it's just so awesome. And she says, "Please?" Usually when a human asks for a demon of something, that's the moment that they sell their soul. And with that, Elfman's crying, and oh my goodness. Oh. Last panel, she pretty much just asked him, "Are you trying to sell your soul to me?" Oh my goodness. I had to stop at this page because I just couldn't contain it. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. So I'm wondering what Elfman is actually going to do. Is he actually going to sell his soul to Sayla and become a member of Tartaros just so he can save Lysana? Or I was thinking, what if Lysana actually can break out of Elfman's grasp and start the fight with Sayla? Now, notably, Lysana would lose if she's by herself, mostly because she hasn't been able to train as much. When she went to Edalos, where there's a depletion of magic, she wasn't able to use her magic for almost 7 years. And then with the time skip, she lost another 7 years. So she's pretty much the same way with her magic now than she was when she was a toddler, before she went off to Edalos. So Lysana would be at a huge disadvantage if she was able to break out of Elfman's grasp and fight Sayla. And so this last part, Oracion Seis, they return. So Dornbolt, it appears that Dornbolt decided to let Jalal and the other members of the Oracion Seis go. For what reason, I don't specifically know. He wants to destroy Tartaros, and he pretty much just, I guess he leaves everything in Jalal's hands. And I'll tell you that reason in a minute. Cobra's out. What's the girl's name? Angel's out. She's my favorite. One of my favorites. Second favorite. Cobra's first. She's second. Fuck everybody else. Oh, and one thing. Even Brain/Zero is out. And he has his little crooked smile. He's saying, "Oh, you did a good job, Cobra." And with that, he's about to announce that the Oracion Seis has returned. But before that, Cobra takes him out. He takes a huge chunk of his right out and kills him. And pretty much just saying, "Yeah, you're not..." I think I may be reading a crappy translation, but Cobra just says, "You're not our daddy." But I think he means leader. Either way, he's saying, "Yeah, all you think of us is pawns." And he asks Midnight if that's alright. He's saying, "Oh, Cobra, if that's what you heard, then it must be true." He doesn't even care. And for a few reasons, I'm not alright with that. But I'm alright with Zero/Brain being taken out. That guy's a dick. I don't like him. So that pretty much ends off with Jalal coming in. And Cobra just says, "Yeah, our first mission is right here." Jalal and Melody show up. Of course, Altair isn't there, which is kind of sad, but whatever. What their mission is going to be is probably just going to be with what Jalal needs, because at that last panel, it has Doranbo just saying, "I'm going to leave everything to you, Jalal," and Jalal's just saying, "I don't owe you anything. Just leave this to me." So, and also, on the other hand, what was I going to say? Jalal is also an ex-councellor. So, if if one of the members of Traitors actually targets him, he'll actually have some protection now. Because if it was just him and Melody, they would get wiped out quickly. So with Oracion Seis with him now, things should get interesting. So that's pretty much everything I just need to go over. Crawford is actually a subordinate or a direct member of Oracion Seis and has taken captive of Mira and Erza, who are now knocked out. It looks like Elfman is about to sell his soul to Sailor so he can save Lisana. And Oracion Seis is back under the command of Jalal and Melody. This arc is shaping up to be so awesome, especially with this chapter. Oh, so yeah guys, that's pretty much my review. Rate, comment, and subscribe. See you guys later.